What's up everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. Today is the 1st of November, and as you can see the last time I played this game was on the 8th of September. So it's almost been 2 months since I last played. As I mentioned to you guys, I had a lot of stuff to do, so I needed to make sure I had lots of videos backed up for this. So I kind of went on a recording spree towards the end of August and in early September to really make a lot of progress, and then I built up maybe like 35 plus videos and then just uploaded that over the last 6 weeks or so. So now we are ready to get back into it. Apologies if my voice is a little bit groggy. It's quite early in the morning, but I wanted to get an early start today because we have a lot of work to do. This session is going to be all about hunts. So now that we're done with the optional espers, we have a total of 13 espers under our command. What I think I want to do is, basically at the moment we don't really have any LP points, but by the time we start to do these hunts we're going to build up the LP points pretty quickly. So we've got a lot of espers to be allocated. I think there's at least maybe like 3 maybe. I think I haven't allocated Ultima, Zodiac and maybe one more, or it's just Ultima and Zodiac. In any case, I need to build up some LP points. I've got my Zodiac Spear from the Zodiac session as well, which was a super bonus, along with where is it? Ribbon. So things are looking good. I'm gonna need the LP points, but yeah, we're probably just gonna take on the hunts first. What's gonna happen is that I think there's a total of like 45 hunts in the game, and I think I've accepted every single one that I can right now. And we're just going to continue on in chronological order on this list. So we've got number 9, it's a rank 5, and we need to head to the Sandsea Tavern in order to get things started. So I'll preface this by saying that this first session is likely to have very easy hunts because we're still kind of early on. As far as I know, the difficulty is not in chronological order always. So sometimes like hunt number 25 can be easier than hunt number 15 as far as I know. But in general, these are probably going to be quite easy, most of them. So if you're looking for like really intense battles and like hardcore kind of tactics and seeing me struggle, that's not going to be this episode. I'll probably like highly condense this episode because there's going to be a ton of travel. There's going to be a lot of kind of hanging out in places that I've already spent time hanging out in. Very easy enemies that I'll probably just set up my gambits for and just have my characters kind of just wipe out without having to do anything. So in order to not excessively make the playlist longer than it needs to be, I'll probably keep this episode a little bit longer than normal, and I'll also do plenty of editing to remove kind of repetitive and empty stuff. So that's probably what's going to be happening for the next few hours at least. I think by the time I get to the really difficult hunts where I'm going to be like genuinely struggling, or like having a really difficult battle that's going to require some tactics and all that kind of stuff, that's going to take a few hours, I think. So like I said, I've told you in advance, so don't be mad at me if these hunts are too easy and you're not enjoying watching. So let's get cracking with the first bill. So we have the Tavern Master of the Sandsea. I've received an order for a fine serpent wine, a gift to thank someone for rescuing a person of importance or some such. But I lack the ingredients to fill the order. We're talking about an exceptional serpent wine, so only the finest ingredients will do. Would you help me make the serpent wine? Alright, let's go for it. Splendid! No wine can be made without proper must, and the only serpent wine must of the legendary Marilith will do here. Okay. Starting to see why I need a hunter? Defeat this Marilith and bring me the serpent wine must. If you enter the Zodiac caverns from the west sand, you should find the Marilith. That said, I searched high and low with no luck. Okay, I wish I had more time to look around, but it wouldn't do to leave the camp too long, so I gave up and decided to post a bill. You get all that? Enter the Zodiac caverns from the west sand and find the Marilith, and when you go prepared. Right, so back into the Zodiac caverns where we fought Adramelech, so the first optional Esper battle that we had. That was in the Zodiac caverns. I'm trying to think, I mean, the enemies in there should be too easy. There was only that one area that had like level 99 like worms or whether they were dragons or whatever the hell they were. So as long as I don't need to go in there, I should be perfectly fine, and this should be a breeze. So we'll have to see how it goes. First of all, I might as well restock because I'm still a bit low on Phoenix Downs and remedies and that kind of thing. So I'll make sure that I have my inventory in order before I set out into the big world of Ivalice and start doing all of these hunts. I'm assuming early on I'm not going to be using too many resources, but over time they will dwindle, so I might as well fill up everything I can. And I probably have a ton of shit to sell as well, so I might as well do that. Still no siphon yet, unfortunately. Okay, so I sold all my shit. I left those black orbs because I know that they're useful to me. So now, bolts. Can I make use of these? It's quite expensive, so they might be really good. Black bolts, hunting crossbow. Okay, it might become useful at some point. And I've got a fair bit of gil, so I don't think I need to mess around. And this should be the blood sword that I've not really used. It's quite weak. Alright, Mont Blanc, let's see what you're saying, now that I've got Zodiac as well. How fares a hunt, Kupo? So, you now command 13 espers. Impressive, Kupo. Urek sends you this with his compliments. Down time's vast halls resound this rhyme I've penned, and herewith I my tale bring to its end. A Serpentarius and 2 teleport stones. Okay. And we've already accepted everything, right. I'm assuming that Serpentarius thing is probably something important. Lately there's been a number of incidents of hunters, yeah, okay, right. So there's nothing new from Mont Blanc outside of that. Let me get those extra things that I needed. X potion, already got 94, don't really need that. Remedy, let's get those, and it should be Phoenix Down, that's the main thing that I need. There we go. It's not particularly expensive. I'll get a few of these. Berserk might start to become more of a thing as I progress. Okay. I think I am done. All I need to do now is head out towards the Westersan so I can find this Zertanen cavern entrance. I think party-wise, again, I'll keep my lowest level trio out there, especially Varn. He's still lagging way behind. He's 7 levels below Penelo. I don't want that to be the case as we get further in. So I'll probably keep him around and have him as my leader. And we'll have Balthier becoming like the main healer, but because we're fighting easy enemies, it shouldn't be a problem. I think he's the 3rd best healer that I have, but I think he'll be able to get through in this situation. So I think we'll ride out like that. We should be okay. Okay, so where exactly was this guy? Okay. So I do need to come in from the Westersan. So yeah, this definitely is a time in the game where I can just have all of my gambits on, not need to worry about anything. I mean, look at that, 5,000 damage. Their defense is so low that even Varn, who's not particularly the strongest character, is doing 5,000 damage with just one hit. So to be honest, I can just sprint through, and whichever ones just kind of run into me along the way, they're already going to die in one hit. So I don't need to hang around on purpose and make sure I get everything. And they're too weak to chip away at my health and kill me as well if I just ignore them. So this is just beautiful. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Okay. I quite like the atmosphere of this place. It's quite nice, like the fact that there's still a little bit of kind of sunlight in there despite it being a cave. I think it gives like a nice ambience. And the music. It's pretty cool. I'll still try and pick up the odd chest here and there. I think at this stage of the game it's not going to give me anything that valuable because I've gotten most of the good things I need to get. There's still a few that I'm missing, but in general, like, you know, the odd ether and echo screen and whatever, it's not really going to make a huge difference to me at this stage. But just out of instinct, I'll probably still get some chests anyway as I'm kind of running around. Especially if it's on my path. I probably won't go out of my path to get stuff, but... Okay, I think it should have been around here somewhere. Let's just double check that we're in the right place. A tingling toast. Oh, okay, you'll just have to wait patiently until it shows itself. Okay, well let's just hang around a bit and just see what happens. Is it literally a case of a certain amount of time. Okay, it's been like... Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. That didn't take very long. Oh, wow. Yeah, when it's getting scathed as well, it's just like, oh man. I mean, I've got bravery on as well, so even though it's got protect, we don't have anyone to dispel at the moment, but we don't really need it. So a lot of these battles, especially the easy ones, are going to be kind of a bit inefficient because I can't be bothered to try and get tactical with it. If we can blitz them out, we'll just blitz them out. I'm not going to bother too much with anything else. I'll probably try and get a steal in when I can as well. But like I said, a lot of these early hunts are going to be like this, so there's not too much I can do. Alright, let's head back. Okay, now let's head back to the Sand Sea. I mean, like I said, most of these hunts are going to be a chance for you to just kind of see where they are, who the petitioner is, what kind of enemy it is, etc., that kind of thing. Where the location of the enemy is and all that. Ah, you've brought it. This is Serpent Wine Must from the Marilith, no mistake. Now I'll finally be able to deliver on that order of Serpent Wine. Miguel, my customer, should be most pleased indeed. Oh, Miguelo. Very good. In exchange for the Serpent Wine Must, here is your bounty. You've earned it. Serpent Eye, Teleport Stone. So it's all about the serpent stuff at the moment. Okay, let's see who is next. Okay, we've done all of these, all the way up to 16 now. Okay, cool. Number 381, this one is in the Ester Sand. So next up, that Ester Sand. I'm not sure why it's referred to as number 381. Is it a prisoner or something? You come about the bill? Gonna kill that Bloodwing for me? Yes, I am. You were in Albina, weren't you? Yeah, you're the one went picking a fight with Daguza. Then you made your escape, am I right? Yes, so this is a prisoner. No use denying it. Hell, I was a prisoner there too. Me and my buddy made our escape just after you did. Made it through one of the walls and tunneled our way out with our hands. Came out in the Barheim passage. Thought we were free. Heh. Had scarcely moved when a Bloodwing swooped out of the gloom. It didn't land any serious bites on me, but my friend number 982 weren't so lucky. I hefted him on my shoulder, jumped down in the water, and eventually washed up here. I feel like I've been given a second chance. I don't mean to waste it, but first I got to see that number 982 gets the revenge he deserves. That's why you got to kill this Bloodwing. It's lurking deep in the west annex of the Barheim passage. Show it no mercy. Alright, so we've got Andy Dufresne here. Mr. Prison Escapist. But his poor friend didn't manage to make it. So, got to get revenge on them. Help him rest easy. That must have been difficult, man. Escaping prison thinking that you're free only to be killed by some fiend when you think that it's all over. So yeah, into the Barheim passage, another location where we fought an optional Esper. So we're continuing along that path at the moment. Barheim passage, again, there's nothing in here that's going to be particularly challenging. I think the highest things we have are like level 38-40 range, which at this stage again is pretty much pushover territory, so shouldn't be any particular problems here. Let's see how deep into the passage it is. West Annex. Oh man. Shit, that's a long way. Okay, I guess I'll have to fight my way through there. Alright, here we go. Now, I think this was the area where we had the constantly spawning undead, so I'm not sure there's much value in fighting these guys. They're not going to gain me particularly amazing amounts of experience or anything like that, and they're not very dangerous either, so probably best not to waste time. Now, where exactly in this bit was it? Whoops. Okay, cool, we're close. Hopefully there shouldn't be any special things that we need to do for this one to pop up. It just depends on how swarmed we're going to get with everything else. If there's like 10 different undead around us, we'll probably have to deal with them. So I might as well take these guys out before I start, just in case. I mean, damage-wise, I still feel like I'm not doing extraordinary amounts of damage here. But, I mean, Varn's ninja sword is a 94 attack. I don't think he has anything that's that much more powerful in terms of his ninja swords. He had the Yagyu Darkblade that was like 98. There we go. There's my Bloodwing. Again, it's looking pretty easy. Although it's obviously going to be a little bit evasive. But it's not going to last very long. It doesn't seem to have any tricks up his sleeve. Unfortunately. There we go. So, still, stuff is just a formality at this stage. But at least it's a chance for me to warm back up again, because it's been almost 2 months since I played. At least I can warm myself back up again before I start to head to the more difficult ones. If it was like hard hunt straight away, I think it'd be a bit of a problem. Okay, oh shit, he's boxed his friend up, ready to go, okay. Kill that Bloodwing, did you? Now maybe my friend and I can both rest easy. Thanks, boy. Okay, cool. One last thing I've to do before moving on. Got to lay my friend to rest in his home soil. Pity, after all this time I never learned his name. Now I'll be heading off. Thanks for your help. My new life begins today. That's kind of... that box is going to smell, man. That's a long walk, it looks like, to wherever he's going. Okay, so that's that. I think I've spoken to this girl before. Yeah, this was to do with the Barheim Key mission. Alright, okay, let's see what the next stop is now. Hunt number 17. We're going to the Nalbina Fortress. Okay, let's do that. Okay, where is Burrow, whatever his name is? There you go. Well, well, you're the boy what I gave that fuse to down the passage. You came about my bill for the Atomos? Oh, it's this guy. Okay. That Atomos has got our caravan stopped cold. Can't lay in any of the goods my customers want, and that's death in my trade. That's why I want you to hunt it and kill it. That's what I wanted to hear. Let's get you the details so you can get out there and hunt. Maybe you know, and maybe you don't, but just a while back the Imperials cordoned off the highway leading up to the Mosforan High Waste. Okay. See, there was out captured as many slave and wilderers as they could get their hands on. Army wanted them for some reason or another. Well, their hunt's over now, but it's sent this Atomos into a rampage, seeing as how they get on well with the slave and wilders. And who suffers? The caravans. The Imperials are the ones to blame, but pointing fingers don't solve problems. Kill the Atomos before things get out of hand, boy. Alright. Whenever I see Burrow, I think of Lincoln Burrows from Prison Break. Prison Break Season 1 is like one of my favourite seasons of TV of all time. I'm not going to debate anyone on the rest of the season. I think Season 2 is really good as well, but the rest of the seasons, like, you know, they've got progressively worse. But Season 1 of Prison Break was just so good. It's kind of funny how it linked back to the last hunt we did about Prison Break, but yeah. So everything is still just a total breeze at this point, so I can still continue to total autopilot everything. So let's just head to this next hunt. I mean, I'm trying to think that... I remember mentioning that I thought they look very weird, but they were kind of cool design, these Slaven types. Now, I think except the very first one I encountered in the game that kind of stomped me off the map, they've all been very, very easy. I've not had a proper, like, good battle with a Slaven type in a very long time. And I guess this one isn't really going to be one either. But maybe I'll run into another one further down in the hunts. And that will be the challenge I'm looking for. I mean, this one looks very formidable compared to the others I've seen. But it just looks so weird, man. It's giant head and it's like trunk legs. It's 2 trunk legs. It's weird. just looks like you've messed around with the shape of something on Photoshop and you're not very good at it and you just kind of plonked it together. Speaking of not very good, there you go. So this was even easier than the other ones that I've done, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to have to head back to Burrow and see what our reward is. Probably nothing too special at this stage. Alright, Burrow, job done. I already heard from one of the caravans coming before you. Sounds like you made short work of that Atomos. The caravan shouldn't have any trouble bringing supplies through the mountains now. You've my thanks, boy. Hey there, Jovi. You're grinning ear to ear, Burrow. What's this hubbub about? This here boy did for that Atomos. Who said there weren't no heroes in Albina? Was it something I said? Sorry, didn't mean to keep you so long. Thanks again for taking care of the Atomos for me. Here's your bounty, boy. You earned every gil. Gaia Rod, Platinum Ship. Well, that's not bad, is it? For such an easy hunt, that's pretty good going. Okay. So I did mention at the start of the game that I wasn't going to go like detouring and do every single hunt, because if you think about it, now it's not such a big deal. But like if I was doing all this through the story, I was going to go through all of these extra areas, and all the enemies that I'm fighting now that I'm killing in one hit, they would have been proper battles back then. So I would have gained all this experience and all this LP and all these extra things, so it would have made everything beyond it even easier. So like I said, that's why with this game it's so hard to find a balance where everything remains challenging. It's like, well, you do one thing and then something else becomes easier and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I'm a new recruit here, so I got to work hard or else they won't feed me. But boo-hoo! Okay. It's a bit of a weird one, Jovi. Now, is it, yeah, it's this guy, Morgan. Mighty young to be hunting marks, aren't you, boy? Well, good for you, I say. I heard a party of adventurers who had recently passed through the Narbri's Deadlands mention seeing a hellish golem. Please, Nabradi was once my home. I cannot bear to see it profaned so. And this golem? No, no, surely it is not. Would you kill this golem for an old man? Yes, that's the spirit. Never lose it. Now, as for this golem, it roams somewhere beyond tall grasses and a bank of thick fog. It is known as the Roblon. It was my son who... No, go now and take care. It was my son who... Well, his son transformed into a golem. That's the most logical explanation. Let's see whereabouts it is. It's probably going to be right at the corner, isn't it? Let's see. Yep, of course it is. Alright, let's head there. I'm pretty sure... Oh boy, okay. Yeah, this was the place where again we had constant spawning. Oh no, Reflector as well. I think I might have to get Fran out of here because... Yeah, they're going to swarm me and everyone's going to have Reflector and I'm going to get scathed and shocked and all that kind of bad stuff. So, sorry Fran, you're going to have to sit this one out. Ash can heal and use the Excalibur as well. Okay, so with this improved team, let's get it done. So even the Narbri's Deadlands has become a very easy zone for me now. I can still keep everyone's gambits on. Enemies take a few more hits than they normally do, especially if they've got like Protect or Shell or something like that. But, oh wow. But still, they're nothing too problematic. As long as you've got some kind of semi-decent healer, you don't let them chip away too much at your HP. It's all good. I think if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of enemies that can cause disease, I think it's not too bad. Like I'm thinking back to shit, where was that area? There was that area where it was near the Great Crystal, where there was there were Vivians that constantly had the disease risk. Like that could cause problems, but oh man, okay, there it is. I think I'll just get started. I think what I'll probably do here is I'll get a Dispel on the Roblon And I'll probably have Ash get to work on the undead, because she's got the Excalibur, she can almost one-hit kill them. So she can do that, and we can kind of chip away at the Roblon. Okay, this one's got a bit of HP. That's pretty cool. So yeah, Ash can deal with that. Okay. So Ash should hopefully stop these undead from like annoying me while I chip away. But it's got a lot of HP, so this might take a little while. So the difficulty increased by a fair bit between one hunt and another. This is a different tier of difficulty, I think. How are those guys doing? The spawn rate is very high for these undead around here. It's a shame she's so close to one-hitting them, but she can't quite do it. And we've got a fear attack. Let's see if we can just kind of make life a bit easier with stuff like Expose. The first time I really used something like this was against Zodiac, where I used Shear multiple times to reduce its magic resistance. And because they stack, it can make a big difference. But yeah, now the Balthier is getting involved as well. It's we're doing okay. Might as well pick up some of these little extras here. But look at them constantly just spawning. Yeah, just gotta keep one person on undead duty at all times. It's probably the easiest way. The Roblon doesn't have enough tricks up its sleeve to make this dangerous, but it just... at least it wasn't over in 10 seconds. If you were at a lower level, this could have been a very interesting battle, I guess. But pretty much the same tactic would have applied. It would just be... it'd be like the Zeromus boss battle that I had, where I just had one person on undead duty, one healing and attacking, and the other one just purely attacking. These golems look really cool. It's just a shame we don't really get a camera angle where we can see how they look and our own characters at the same time. That's one thing I kind of wish they improved a little bit in this version. If we had a slightly better camera, had more control over it in terms of distance. In any case, the Roblon is vanquished, so a slight step up in difficulty. Maybe now we're starting to get to some more interesting hunts. We'll have to see. Okay, I just want to quickly check if there's anything new here, because I think some shops slightly change after you get to a certain stage, but I didn't never really research which ones did. So that might have to be something I look for. You've done it. You've stopped the Roblon. I was afraid to tell you before, but the Roblon, it was made by my son. When I heard his description, I knew it could be no other. My son died 2 years ago in the war. Without its master, the Roblon must have begun its rampage in the ruins of Narvadis. Hey there, Jovi. What is this Jovi skip? Ah, Morgan, what is it? Make any progress on that golem hunt of yours? An astute guess, but much more than progress. The hunt is finished, thanks to this boy. You're still young yourself, Jovi. Isn't it high time you... Wouldn't even let me finish my sentence. Good of him to take an interest in the troubles of an old man, but he can be an odd one, that Jovi. But it's to you I owe my thanks, and a bounty, I believe. Here you go, boy. Thank you. Giant's Helmet, Mithril. I think the Giant's Helmet is the lower, like, relative to what I have, it's a lower tier thing. It's like a level 9 or something. But I'm not sure what this Jovi thing is going to lead into. Maybe... There it is, yeah. Maybe eventually I'm going to have to take a hunt from Jovi. I feel like there's got to be some payoff to us constantly having Jovi be referenced in some way. Let's see what's next. It's quite interesting. We had like a prison themed one with the prison escape, and then we had a guy called Burrow, which is like Lincoln Burrows from Prison Break, and then we had Morgan, who's pronounced the same as Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption again, so prison theme 3 times. Okay, I think I can sprint over to the Moss Foreign High Waste. Alright, here we are. It's another Bangar, the Cancer. Hey, keep it down, man. I'm busy here. Can't you see? If you've no business with me, I'll speak to you later. Or did you come about the Braegh? Eh? Truly? Sorry I tried to brush you off there. Now, listen up. I'm a travelling merchant, see? Me and my partner were on our way to the hunter's camp on the Fon Coast with some wares. Thing is, we took a wrong turn in the Salica Wood. A bad turn. That's when we ran into that nightmare. Talk about wild horses. I escaped by the bristles on my chin, but when I came back, my partner and our wares were gone. I thought I'd wait here for my partner, but so far I ain't seen hide nor hair of him. I'm worried, but not enough to go looking myself. That's why I posted that bill, and why I want you to get that Braegh for me. The Braegh came upon us in the northwest of the Salica Wood, pretty close to the Necrohold of Nobodies, come to think. Yeah, I know, the complete opposite direction from the Fon Coast, where we were supposed to be headed. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of a wussy business partner. I think he probably cares more about his wares than his partner. Let's head over there and see what's going on. I've missed this place, to be honest. I see something glowing. Oh wow. That's a majestic horse. I kind of don't want to kill it. I guess I can probably get something a little more powerful, because the last enemy was a bit more difficult, so maybe we've gone up a tier here. Braegh. It looks really cool, I have to say. Has it got like a zebra pattern on it? I think so. Oh man, it's really weak. It's immune to magic, okay, fair play, but... oh man, got crushed. Sorry, horsey. It's only 17 LP, so I think that's an indication that it was a pretty low level one anyway. It looked cool enough, but it was all looks, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what you have to say. Ho ho! You killed the Braegh? Here, your reward. Caliper. I think I've already got one, and a high ether. Hope my partner comes back safe. Eh? You want me to go look for him? No thanks. The Salica Wood is no place I fancy going alone. Here I'm supposed to bring my wares to the hunter's camp on the Fon Coast, and I'm lacking both partner and wares. Dude, grow a pair, seriously. Business is about risk, right? Or if you hire me for enough gil, I'll go down there and be your bodyguard. Anyway, that's done. Up to 21 now. Cool. Next stop, Balfenheim. Again, like the music of this place as well. It's a cool little area, man. This is what I mean, it just feels lively. It always has. I do like the towns and cities of Final Fantasy XII. It's definitely one of its strong points. Okay, that's enough. Let's get in. Now, I'm just trying to think, are there any interesting people to talk to? I don't remember when I think I talked to some people here before. Okay, no new hunts have come up. We're heading out another Vyraal soon. How the town's still here when we get back in. Okay. So just going to be pirate talk here. Nothing particularly interesting. Where's the Vyraal? Ah, there she is. I was attacked on the Cerobi Steppe. My belongings forfeit. I would have them returned. The creature was a Vyraal. Will you slay it? I'm glad to know there is strength and honour among even among humans. I will lend my arm in the hunt of the Vyraal. I shall await you on the Cerobi Steppe. I do not think the creature will have left. Alright, Vyraal, the hunt begins. Let's do it. Vyra's always looked so cool, man. We needed to be able to swing this camera outside the tavern so we could see it from the outside in. That would have looked cooler. Damn it. The Cerobi Steppe was a big old place. Let's see where it is. Yeah, it's in like one of the farthest corners. Unsurprisingly. There is an anchor there, but I'm better off just running my way to it. I guess one thing I could do is check out the chests again here, because the Cerobi Steppe had over 100 chests in it, and of the 100 there was maybe 3 or 4 that that had... Of the 100, sorry, there was not 3 or 4, there was like 30 or 40 that had something that seemed at least half decent, ranging from half decent to awesome. So there were very, very low probabilities of you ever getting them, but it's worth a try. But yeah, even like the worms and stuff here, they're just... Wow. Just making light work of it. Getting crushed. I guess now they've got stuff like auto bravery on, it's just... It's made life so much easier. Good, you are come. The Vyraal that attacked me is a great creature with massive wings. It will not be far. Come! Alright, let's go, warrior princess. We've got 2 Vieras in our midst. So, surely we can't lose. Because it's a flyer, it says great wings, so I'm assuming that it might be a flyer. Let's just get Penelo in, I think. One thing I never did was give Penelo her one of the most powerful guns that I have. Well, it's the most powerful gun I have right now. So let's make a change and have Penelo lead the pack here. I mean, it's not like we're earning crazy amounts of experience from anything, so I don't think it'll matter too much for one battle. She hasn't been a party leader for very long in this playthrough. Wow. Okay. I really love the more kind of wyvern / worm type designs in this game. I think they look really cool. I feel like part of it looks like it's like half beetle, half dragon. It's pretty crazy. And his face reminds me a little bit of Vegnagun. Those weird horns that it has. But unfortunately, it's another pushover. What a shame. It's just getting blasted into oblivion. Fran just single-handedly, she was doing like 10,000 damage a hit. Seriously. Vyraal vanquished. We are victorious. I will reward you for your courage. Visit me. Oh, come on, man. Okay. You obtain a... Wait a minute, did I not get a claymore before? That's because I've already got one. I didn't sell the other one. Fuck's sake. Okay. Viera, Wayfarer. Thank you. I could not have recovered my belongings without your help. I was fortunate to find such worthy aid. You have my gratitude. Okay, can I have some spoils, please? Halberd, Aegis Shield. That's pretty good. The world is a wonderful place, filled with ideas as diverse as its people. Such individuality was not to be found in my home. Now, if you'll return my belongings. What's this? There's something in the bottom of my haversack. It looks like a scale shared by the creature. You slew it. I think it only right you should take the scale. Let's do that. Cool. Well, that was good. Who is next? Ah, we're heading to Arcades next. Alley of Muted Size. Is that... I think that's Old Arcades, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay. That is the next stop. Old Arcades. One thing I remembered before heading off to Arcades is that I didn't have float, and it was close by in the Chitter Uplands, so I was like, I gotta get it. And there it is. Finally I got float. So I guess while I was exploring around I never found it the first time. So, people who wanted me to use float, rejoice. That's him, okay. I was just telling these youngsters about the ruins and Chitter Uplands. Been my life's work studying them. According to legend, an ancient people sealed away a terrible worm in those ruins. 4 shrines there were, each with iron colossus to hold the worm at bay, but now a worm roams the uplands once more. These worms are one and the same, I'm certain. You come about the bill. Then I ask you to kill the beast before it grows too strong. The beast is the Lindwyrm. Will you hunt it? The iron colossuses of Chitter Uplands are only legend. No proof of them or the worm have I found, but with your help, find it I shall. You must fell the worm before it regains its lost strength. They say it will only appear under cover of cloud. Search with this in mind. Oh man, it's like the girl snapper thing. If the legends are to be believed, the Lindwyrm keeps to the highlands in Chitter. I pray you find it in time. Okay, let's see what we can do. I always like fighting worms, so that's cool, but I'm not looking forward to this cloudy business. Hopefully it doesn't mess me around too much. But I don't think the Chitter Uplands had that whole like 1 hour on, 1 hour off type weather. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Let me head down there and see how the weather's looking. Okay, I think I am pretty much where I need to be for this. Yeah, okay. So, weather-wise, this isn't the weather that we're looking for, so I'm going to have to... I'm not sure if it's a case of just like exiting and re-entering this area multiple times, or do I have to leave the Chitter Uplands on the whole. So I'll try it out and see what happens. Okay, I think, yes, we've got it. So it involved me having to leave the Chitter Uplands entirely, because when I was just trying to do it within the Chitter Uplands, I wasn't getting the change of weather that I wanted. So I had to exit to the Fon Coast, go out, come back in a few times, run into the Sen Needle Trap, and then it was perfect. So now there's rain though, so that's not going to work either. Now I might have to exit and re-enter again. I think the rain thing changed it up. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, so this wasn't too painful. I managed to get the weather that I needed in relatively quick time. So, the Lindwyrm. I'm expecting this to be quite interesting. Worms tend to have a few more tricks up their sleeve than most other... Ah, there we go. Than most other types. For a second when it disappeared, I thought, oh, does it have some kind of weird, like, translucent thing going on, but no. They just always just look so formidable, and it's got a few positive stasis on there. That's always a good sign. When bosses have that, they tend to be much more difficult than the ones that don't. Might as well throw in a Hasker, why not? Ah, shit. One thing I'll do is set Barsh up with some Gambits to do some more item healing, because I haven't really needed it so far. Okay, that should get us back to speed. There we go. Again, I haven't really bothered to dispel it. We'll see how the battle goes. If it's already too easy without it, I won't bother. I mean, they seem to be taking his HP really quickly. And I think the initial protect wears off. Yeah, I don't need to defend too much, so I can just use stuff like Hermes Sandals to speed things up. Instead of recasting, it's quite a lot of MP for Balthier to both heal and to have positive buffs at the same time. So it doesn't mean... Oh, he ready to restore. That's nice. Wow. And he's already taking less damage now. But I mean, the three of them together, especially with Barsh, they're just doing a lot of damage very quickly. So he can't really deal with it. Like I said, just for the sake of having my lower level characters kind of getting back up to speed with everyone else. I've got Balthier out here. I mean, this isn't normally like the most efficient way to do it or anything like that, but I feel like letting Balthier try to do it as much as he can. And if he's really struggling, then we can always swap in Ash or Penelo. And if we really struggle, both, I guess. Restore again. Yeah, his protect and stuff is all worn off now, so I don't really need it. I don't know how many times he's going to restore. If he keeps restoring when he's near the end of his HP, I'm going to have to get involved with... I'm trying to swap Balthier out here by switching his gambits off so he's not under any action, but I think he's being targeted, so I can't get him out. That's the one thing that I've never really been that great at, is getting people in and out on time. Because, I mean, as I've understood it, it's a case that if someone is performing an action or if someone is being targeted, they can't be swapped out. So I feel like the only thing I can do is to really switch off their gambits and wait till they're not being targeted. I don't really see any other way to get them out, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, as we're nearing the end, we're doing less damage and he's got a few status effects. I thought we might as well upgrade our healing capabilities, because Ash can do a better job than Balthier can. So again, like maybe 10 levels lower, maybe this would have been a really... Well, 10 levels lower, and also before I got my really hardcore healing abilities and all my best armors and weapons, this could have been a very difficult battle, but... As it stands, it's just one of those ones that we have to grind out. There we go. Rusted scrap of armor. Oh, is that from the Colossuses? So the myth is real. So there we go. We need to sort out this petrification problem and be on our way back towards Old Arcades. I do love the name of this place, Alley of Muted Size. So, you have slain the mighty Lindwyrm of the Chitter Uplands. Thank you, my boy. You have rid the world of a terror from its past. Minerva Bustier, High Ether. Yes, a rusted scrap of armor? What of it? Could it be? Proof that the Iron Colossuses were real? What fortune? Okay. I think the Minerva thing is something that I already had. It's not anything like super high level, which is understandable for this stage. So that's another one. Another worm bites the dust. What do we have now? Are we up to like 23 or something? Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Oh, Arcades. Okay, cool. Let's head over there. I do like Arcades. I mean, look at that place. It just... I kind of wish that we got some more cool FMVs that took place in Arcades. I think it's a really nice design. I tend to prefer more like futuristic looking cities like Zanarkand in Final Fantasy. Like the cities in Final Fantasy XIII I think were pretty cool as well. But like this one I kind of like it as well, even though it's a different sort of design. I know there's still some kind of futuristic elements to it, but just as in terms of like its color and like the way the buildings look, it's not really the same as like a Zanarkand. But I still like it. Okay, well, who was I looking for again? Yeah, there we go. Ah, you must be here about the bill. See, I need to kill a seriously tough monster to impress the ladies. Thor and Overlord should do the trick. Okay. I'm not so sure I can handle it. Thought I'd call in some help. You ready? Don't want to keep the ladies waiting. I think you probably need to do that yourself if you want to impress the ladies, mate. So, we're hunting an Overlord down in the Suction Cave Palace. Once we kill it, I'll be beating the ladies back with a stick. I think you'll be beating a different kind of stick based on your request here, my friend. But okay, let's do it. A bounty's a bounty, I guess. Suction Cave Palace, is it better for me to teleport or to run there? It depends which part of it is. Let's take a look. It's on the shit side. I'm gonna have to it's probably quicker to just teleport to Chitter Uplands and then sprint that way, because the Suction Cave is a bit fiddly. Okay, let's get ourselves all ready. Alright. Let's go, lads. It's been quite rare that I've had a 3-man team in this thing. Let's find this Overlord. Don't want to keep the ladies waiting. I don't get it though. Who's going to see that you've accomplished this? Like, are you going to take a photo or something like after you defeat it? You're going to bring back its head, even though it looks like it probably has quite a big head.
Yeah.
Almost a one-hit kill. It's kind of annoying when you're really close. You take away like 97% of its maximum HP in one hit, but you always have to do that second hit until you're a bit stronger. Again, another area where I've enjoyed the music. It should be in this bit. Alright, there he is. He's got bravery. There we go. Only bravery, so I'm not expecting big things from this guy. Although he's got a big old club. Let's try and expose him a bit. Oh wow, he's taking big damage. Yep. So we already lowered his defense as well. Ouch, he got slaughtered. Again, after the Lindwyrm, this is a lot easier. What? The fuck? Seriously, this guy was doing like 800 damage with his normal hits, and Pyromania does almost 5,000?
It cannot end us.
That's strange. Okay. Well, it's not going to change anything, but it was just, I guess near the end he got like a magic... He got like a serious power boost. Look at that, 3,000 with one hit. If he started the battle like this, it might have actually been a challenge. He should have opened with that Pyromania. In any case, it was too little too late. The Overlord is no more. So I don't think you're really going to impress the ladies with that one. It was too easy a battle. And didn't the Seek die? Yeah, I think he's dead. Yeah, that's not a good look. Anyway, let's head back. Yeah, okay, he's still in the arcade shop. Okay, so he's somehow recovered and come back here. So, this is what it feels like to win a battle. Not bad at all. Thanks, boy. High Ether Teleport Stone. Not that great. At least it's 2. Not as easy impressing ladies as I thought. I think I may need to kill something myself before they start appreciating me. You live and you learn. Okay. Next up, I think this might be the last one I do for this first hunt session. Goliath, rank 6. Okay, cool. Back to Nalbina once more. There's been a lot of hunts coming in from Nalbina. A lot of petitioners out there. Okay, where is this person? I doubt it's this guy. I'm seeing... What the hell? Oh, I can still talk to him. Okay. Oh yes, that last adventurer was good. Quite good. My pages grow in number. Sounds a bit dodgy. You were watching me? Here to send me back to my workshop, are you? What's this? You're just an ordinary adventurer? Ah, yes, an adventurer. An adventurer. Another Bangar. Could I chew your ear for a moment? I promise not to hold you long. I am a writer of bestiaries by hobby and trade. Nalbina is an excellent place to pick the brains of wandering adventurers as they pass. The trouble comes in learning of more rare, powerful beasts. Half who see them run, and the other half never make it back. Quite a quandary. So the idea struck me to petition hunts for these monsters. Not bad, eh? Oh, you're here about my bill for Goliath. Splendid, splendid. You're willing to accept and fight this monster, eh? Of course I am. There's a good lad. I'll tell you what I know, though it's precious little. Thanks, man. Goliath is a golem that walks the halls of Necrohold Nabadis. They say it's most easily found when entering from the Deadlands. Okay, well that's enough information for me. It's fierce and dangerous, but what's a little danger in exchange for another page to add to my bestiary, eh? Good luck. I mean, he makes it sound like we're not really getting any other benefit other than his stupid bestiary. Well, that's a nice way to do it, isn't it? What is this guy doing? Yeah, I'm not going to try and do that. My hero, he's gone. Boo-hooey! Yeah, I think surely we've got to find out what's going to happen to Jovi at the end of this, but... Okay, to the Necrohole we go. It's time to get Float. I think it's a good idea. And Balthier, I think, is the only one who can get it for now. But let's finally make use of this Float. Alright, here we go. Give me that Float. Yeah! Wait a minute. I think he just cast it in one go. It's only a single action to get it onto everyone. Ah, oh, damn it. I wish I'd have known that. Anyway, we're right here. Let's take out the Backnamis first, because they can definitely be a nuisance. They're quite tough. I think it just said that he's immune to magic, so it's got to be physical. Oh, pretty powerful elemental magic, man. We might need some slightly different tactics here. I think I might use Shelga here. It might be a better idea to do that. Give everyone Shelga, because we're getting hit with a lot of magic here. Ouch. Yeah, so it's pretty powerful magic. We need to be prepared. So more HP plus Shell I think should keep me pretty safe here. Balthier's Courage pretty much will out-heal the damage that I'm taking from the magic. So I think when we put it all together, we should be all good. Let's try and see if he had any interesting techniques I could use against this guy, but I don't think so. Okay, protect it is. There we go. Everyone's got Shell now. Let's see how much damage we're doing to it. The two of us. Not making too much impact, but if all he's going to do is cast a Quagga and Gravity, then it's not going to be enough to kill me, so it's another one that we can fairly easily just grind out. Now in this game there seems to be like a bit of a trade-off in terms of some stuff, even though it is beneficial, when you look at the time it wastes, it's not really that useful, because you're probably better off just doing the damage. Like, I'm trying to use Expose here so that my physical hits do more damage. But let's say he's got some resistance to Expose, and I need to cast a spell like 5 times to get it to work once or twice. Then is it really worth it? Should I not just spend those 5 turns just attacking instead? I think it only becomes worth it when it's going to be a long, drawn-out battle, and the enemy has a lot of HP. Then it probably makes sense, but... it's like slow as well. I mean, in some battles, instead of wasting like 5 turns to cast slow, you're probably just better off casting haste and not bothering. So there's kind of weird trade-offs like that that I haven't really experienced that often in Final Fantasy games. I feel like we should try and finish this off with a nice quickening. I haven't done quickenings for a little while. Oh, come on, what? That was a little bit of bad luck, but kind of just poor quickening from me. Yeah, it's kind of ruined my chances of getting anything. Okay, Arc Blast is not terrible, but I need to kind of ease back into it. When I was doing the optional Espers, like when I got them down to low HP, I was using quickenings quite often, so I was very much used to it. I think I got a black hole at the end against Zodiac, so like that was the ultimate crowning jewel of the quickening attempts I'd had. So I think as we get to the more difficult ones, surely quickenings will come back into it. As for summons, once I do, probably I'll do like one more session where I deal with the easy ones, and then once I build up a lot of LP, I'll distribute it to the espers that I want, and then we'll actually get to see these espers in action. So I want to make sure I at least have one battle with each esper, so we can kind of see what they can do and see their moves and that kind of stuff. I didn't quite understand like how to use them most efficiently when I used them last. I think I used Goliath and I also used Mateus once, but I need to kind of get a bit more practice with them to really get the most out of them. So there you go, Goliath is down. That's another one. That will probably be the last one for today, and I'll come back in the next session to deal with some more hunts. So let's head back. All this just so you can add something to your bestiary. Oh-ho, you've slain Goliath. Tell me everything about it and don't leave out a thing. Yes, yes, amazing. I've not seen or heard the like. Ah, Jovi, what timing? Listen to this. Yes, Master Baron, what is it? More news of your secret bestiary? No need to be sarcastic, Jovi, but yes, it's about the bestiary. I finally added that page on Goliath. Incredible, no? He's the one who helped me gather the information I needed. Your plan to use hunters worked perfectly. Oh, okay. So it's Jovi's plan, huh? Yeah, just snort and run away. That's what I thought. I'll never understand that, Jovi. Well, I'll show him the bestiary later, I suppose. I never thought I'd see such a rare beast grace the pages of my bestiary. I couldn't be happier. Thanks. And what do I get? Oh, I get a Save the Queen and then whatever that is. I think I already have a Save the Queen as well, so again, not a huge deal, but it is a nice weapon. If you were to do this earlier on, I guess it could help. Oh no, it's my first one. I swear I had a Save the Queen. Maybe I sold it. I don't know. Okay, what's the final one? Let's take a look at this. I probably won't do it, but I just want to see what we've got here. Maybe I'll speak to the petitioner and then go. Oh. Okay, I'll probably speak to this guy and then end the session. Is that him? Yes. Popol. I haven't slept in days. I can't sleep. The bill? Ah, right, the bill. It's just like I wrote. Every night the same dream. A Deathscythe waiting to seize my soul. Will you help me? Will you rid me of this demon? Who'd have thought I'd be so happy to find someone to listen to my story? Where to begin? I suppose I've no one to blame but myself. It's another ghost guy. Not long ago, I went to a necrohole of Nebudies looking to find weapons, anything. Alright, I was grave robbing, I admit it. Tales of the Reapers of Nebudies are far known, the spirits of warriors who could not defend their king in life, and so fight on in death. It is said they become Deathscythes, haunting anyone foolish enough to plunder the slain. They're just stories, I said, but ever since, when I close my eyes to sleep, it's there, waiting. Surrender the axe. They say it weakens his victims before taking his soul. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. You must kill it, and quickly. I'm sure you'll see it when I found the axe. Where I found the axe. I entered the ruins and went down a stairway, walked further in, then took another stairway up. It is deep within the ruins, and I know it's much to ask, but I've nowhere else to turn. Please, I don't want to die. Interesting story, bro. He says I don't want to die, so he's probably not a ghost guy, but this Deathscythe is quite interesting. Let's go to the necrohole and take that one on. But I'll probably do it in the next session, because it's got to go, you know, the necroholes are the kind of place you can't really sprint through too much, so I'll probably end the session here, and we'll be back in the next one to take on this guy and see what happens. It's a rank 6, so maybe it'll do some interesting things, so we'll have to see. Yeah, we've got to go a little bit deeper as well. So I'll see you for the next session. Thanks for watching. Take care.